G'day, Mark the Guitar Guy here. We're going to be looking at soloing today. Okay, the reason I'm doing this is specifically for those guys out there that really have a lot of problems with this. Now, I've done videos on this before, and the thing is I keep coming across guys in their Skype lessons that are really nervous about this aspect, okay? So we're going to look at the same thing that I've been looking at whenever I look at doing scales and soloing. You need to learn one or the first pentatonic shape, okay? So, and I usually do it in the key of A minor, but today, just for the sake of being different, we're going to do it in G. So we're going to do, and it's called the minor pentatonic scale, but it's not necessarily just minor. The scale shape can be used for major and minor depending on where you put it. So just push that information to the side for a little bit, and we're just going to go over the scale shape. Okay, so I'm going to do it in the key of G for this example, G minor. Doesn't really matter. First finger is going to be on the 3rd fret. Now, that first finger is going to be in charge of that whole fret. Second finger, third finger, fourth finger, they all have their own frets to be in charge of for this particular scale shape. Okay, we're going to do first finger, little finger on the top string. Then we're going to go first finger, third finger, same again. Bottom one's going to be little finger, and same with the next one, little finger, okay? Now I just walked from top to bottom going through that scale shape, which you'll probably just be able to see in front of you anyway, with a wonderful trick of nature and graphics. So that's the scale shape. Now this is what everyone does when we learn the scale shape. We go over and over the scale shape. Now this is the problem that everyone has, and they think this is a good thing to do. This is not a good thing to do. Going over that scale shape, only initially, we just need to figure out where the notes are that we use. The way to practice a scale shape is to get good at sections of that scale, okay? So if I started with, it doesn't really matter where. If we start with the bottom 3 strings, okay, we can start soloing as long as we've got something to play along with. It's in the key, in this case, of G minor. So if you're hearing in your mind that this, let's say that's what you're hearing, okay? Doesn't matter about the fact that I change chords, it's still going to be in the same shape. And then I started playing, or you started playing, those notes on the bottom 3 strings, for example, okay? So we're just going to limit it to 3 strings. Why 3 strings, Mark, the guitar guy? Why is because if you have the whole scale shape to use, to solo to, the problem is you're going to go and try and use every single note on that scale shape to see if it works. And it's not going to sound like music. It's just going to be... You're going to end up just pretty much doing that. And it's going to be... There's no benefit to that. Whereas if you've got 3 strings to play with, you have now... Okay, I'm limited now. I've got to make that interesting. I can jump around it. I can hammer on. I can pull off. I can slide. I can jump around it. I can play 2 notes at once. I can play short notes. I can play long notes. I can bend notes. I can do vibrato. Now there's a lot of techniques going on, but I want if this is the first time you've ever done this, don't even do that. Just play the notes and just make interesting rhythms. Da ba da 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 da. Or doesn't have to be anything amazing. Just jump around that little area, and eventually you'll start getting more interesting. Now I've only used those same 6 notes within those bottom 3 strings. And so what you would do is, now we're going to do it right now, okay? I want you to do exactly that. Go to the G minor position, the same position that I'm in. Hopefully your guitar's in tune. And I just want you to play those same 6 notes that I was just playing. Now I'm going to play a backing track for you right now for about a minute, okay? Maybe a minute and a half, 2 minutes. I'm just going to play some stuff in G minor. You are to go right now, okay? And I'm going to talk you through it. So go for it. So you don't don't be looking at me. Hopefully you're looking at that scale shape that you see in front of you. And I'm just going to give you some guidance, like a guided meditation or something, right? So I want you to listen to the rhythm I'm doing, maybe tap your foot so that everything you do makes sense. So it's like da 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 da. Whatever rhythm comes to your head, just try and do it. Try and put it on the guitar now, okay? Just using those 6 notes, Don't go any more. Don't try and get any more flash than that. But now what I want you to do, hopefully you're making some cool noises. Now, hammer-ons. Thinking about hammer-ons. Try some hammer-ons out, but not always hammer-ons. Every now and again a hammer-on. Okay, now, hopefully you've made a couple of good notes and some you're like, are okay. Should all be sounding good though. Next thing we're going to do is you're going to do a hammer-on followed by a note on another string, okay? So if you're going to do a hammer-on, and straight after it, a note on another string, hopefully without mucking around too long. So it should sound like ba-dum-bam, or something like that. You just keep on experimenting. Hopefully those hammer-ons are sounding good, and you're jumping all around that place. And by now you should start feeling like some of this is making sense, okay? Probably be thinking, Mark, would you shut up now? I'm trying to play a solo. I'm sounding awesome right now, and you're talking all over it. You're not even listening, Mark. I'm playing a solo right now. That's what you should be thinking right now. Okay, now try something else. We're going to try sliding. So when you hit a note, try sliding to the other note of the scale on that string. Try that out. Try sliding up, and also don't be afraid to slide down. You can slide down as well, guys. You don't have to slide up. It's a bit harder. Now for you smarty pants out there that are getting super confident and are ready for the stadium, try doing a hammer-on followed by a slide. Ooh, see if you can do that. Still listen to what I'm doing rhythmically. And just keep that in the back of your mind, okay? Hammer on and a slide. Or maybe slide hammer on. So hopefully you've gotten the idea from that, guys. I could keep going and going and going, but that is what you need to do. Now, you don't need me to be playing right now. You can go get a backing track off at YouTube. There's some amazing backing tracks out there, guys. I use them all the time. This is how you practice scales. This is how you get good at being a soloist. Going up and down a widdly fast scale is just an exercise, really. It's just a machine exercise, but it has no feeling or expression in there. Hopefully you're starting to get a little bit of expression, and every now and again you'll do something and go, oh, that sounded cool. Yeah, that's because it was cool. Just trust your musicality with that, guys. So these are the things I'm coming across with soloing. The next step of this is, of course, to go through a whole backing track in 6 notes, okay? Then the next part is to go back on either over the same backing track or go find another one, and then we go over the next next 3 notes, next 3 strings of that scale. So we did the bottom 3 strings, okay, the first, second, and third string. So the next one might be the second, third, and fourth strings. I know we haven't covered some other stuff to do with soloing, guys, but go and check out my stuff on soloing, and it'll make a lot more sense for this sort of stuff, so you can do it in any key. We did it in G minor, and you might be going, oh, we don't really. You need to go and check out my other stuff so you can figure out why. But the general idea is how to practice scales, okay? How to practice scales. Hopefully this has been helpful for you. If you like my stuff, go and like me. You see all the things around you right now. There should be some stuff turning up. You can hit subscribe. You can support my Patreon. You can go to my Facebook page and get a one-on-one lesson with me, and we can hang out on Skype or FaceTime. If you want to do that, go and click my Book Now button on Facebook. I cannot wait to see you. Go and have an awesome day, awesomizing yourself. See you later.